Devonta Smith is arguably the greatest wide receiver to ever play in college football. But however, with that being said, he did not start at the top. And in today's video, I'm just here to explain to you his story. What's good, y'all? Hope you're having a blessed day. Just want to drop by and say we are super close to 100,000 subscribers. So if you love content like this, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button, and leave a like for more. And without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. Before we get into it, I just want to say I normally never make football videos, but this is a special occasion because he has a great story, and even though it's not a basketball video like my normal vids, I think it's very inspiring. He has an unreal and unheard of story as to how he's gotten to where he is today, and he's a great and genuine humble dude, so I thought this would be a perfect video to make. Now, with all that being said, to get into Devonta Smith's story, you already know we gotta throw it all the way back to where things started. If you watched him play this year, or you're just a casual fan, all you really saw was the crazy long pass plays, the touchdowns, and all the awards. Even though all that's really nice and that's all that you see, what you don't see is all the hard work and effort he put in to get to where he is now. For Devonta, it all started out on November 14th in 1998. This is where he was born in Amite City, Louisiana. I hope I'm saying it right, and this is where his legendary career started. He attended Amite High School Magnet School in Amite City, Louisiana. I wouldn't go as too far as you saying for Alabama he's a do-it-all guy, but he has returned some punts here and there. A main reason for that is because his teammate Jalen Waddle did get hurt though. But however, with that being said, for his high school, he did it all. Not only was he a receiver in his high school, but he was also a cornerback and kick returner. And I was doing a lot of research for this video, and it was reported that he played over 100 snaps some games. 100 snaps, that's ridiculous. It just goes to show you that he has that dog mentality in him, and he never wants to come off the field. But hold on, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. Let's throw it back even farther to when he was a kid. Devonta in college, he's not the most built receiver, and he even has the nickname of the Slim Reaper. When he was growing up, as you probably can assume, he was a very scrawny kid, but he had that toughness to him. When he was a freshman in high school, he only weighed 120 pounds. Every day after school, he would go to the park and work on basketball or football, and everyone told him he was too little and he wouldn't make it. I bet those same people or kids, they feel really dumb right about now. And about that, here's what Devonta had to say himself in an interview. That's where I got my toughness from. I believe it prepared me mentally because when I was at the park, me being the smallest person, they tried to bully me. I could never let that get to me. I have the edge I have now, I like contact. I get that from the park. It was tough out there. His mother also had a very big impact on his life because she had a rule that whenever the street light came on next to their house, Devonta had to come in. A little fun fact to throw in there, I'm not going to call him this throughout this video because I call him Devonta, but everyone called him Tay when he was growing up. His mother always had him come in for reasons that you can probably guess. It was dangerous out there. One bad move here or there and you just go down the wrong road, and Smith said this made me go harder and do the right things. And this is where our story just continues to get crazy. If it wasn't bad enough that kids his own age were bullying him, his own family bullied him. His uncle, known as Fat, what a nickname. Anyways, he worked with him catching passes and he would throw them at him super hard. Growing up, Devonta had a bad habit of catching passes with his chest, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to catch them with your hands. His uncle said, I'm not going to stop throwing it hard until you start catching it with your hands. This got so bad that Devonta would return home with bruises on his chest. When Devonta was asked about this, all he said was, quote unquote, it used to hurt. It used to hurt. That's all you had to say about that? What a kid. Besides trying to be a great and tough football player and dealing with bullies, he also had problems at home. Well, not really problems, but where he grew up, it was full of trailers and abandoned houses and just a terrible neighborhood. Devonta and his 12-year-old brother grew up in a trailer with uneven floors and 7-foot ceilings, and it only had 3 bedrooms and a square space of 800 feet. I know a lot of you may not understand what 800 square feet is, but all you need to know is that it's a very small living area. So yes, for obvious reasons I don't even have to cover, this was very hard for Smith growing up, and he just always told himself that he wanted better. Everything he went through growing up, he just used it as fuel and motivation to be the best football player he could possibly be one day. Instead of being sad about his current living situation, he just put in the work. Ultimately, to make a long story short, for his high school career, he was nothing short of a star. When it was all said and done, he was ranked the 9th ranked receiver and the 2nd best player in Louisiana for the 2017 class. Now, I know what some of you are wondering, if he grew up in Louisiana, why did he go to Alabama over LSU? Well, the answer to that question is more simple than you think. Some of his family actually grew up liking Alabama, some did like LSU, but more was on the Bama side. That's enough for his high school career, and you kind of understand the struggle he went through. So what happened when he got to Bama? Unless you're a die-hard college football fan or watch Alabama all the time, a lot of people don't even know that he's the guy when he was a freshman that caught the pass from Tua to beat Georgia in the national championship game. All everyone was talking about was Tua, and rightfully so. He played a great game, but Devonta's the guy who caught the pass. At this time, he was a freshman, and he didn't have a breakout freshman season, but that wasn't even the first game winner he caught that year. He caught another one 2 months prior against Mississippi State from Jalen Hurts. For his freshman season, he only caught 8 passes for 160 yards, but like I said, 2 of those passes he caught were game winners. After his freshman year, nobody was talking about this guy. Everyone was talking about Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and Jalen Waddle. Rightfully so, because all 3 of those guys I just named are first round picks. No one was really saying this, but most people thought he was just going to be a one-catch wonder, but Devonta went on to say he did not just want to be remembered for that. And I do gotta give him some credit because almost nobody remembers him for that. They're gonna remember what he's doing now. After his freshman season in 2018 as a sophomore, he put up better numbers, but not great numbers. He caught 42 passes for almost 700 yards and 6 touchdowns. Not great, not bad, but there was a lot of receivers on this team. And there's not too much to say about this year, so I'm gonna flash forward to the 2019 season when he really broke out. Me personally, I watch a lot of college football, and last year, even though Alabama had 2 first-round picks in Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs, I think that Devonta was still the best receiver on that team. In 2019, he caught 68 passes for 1,256 yards. He averaged over 18 yards a catch and had 14 touchdowns. Those are some pretty remarkable numbers for a guy that no one even really talked about. And if he would have entered the NFL draft, he probably would have been a first-round pick. And if you don't agree with me on that, you at least gotta agree that he'd be a second-round pick for sure. I know we kinda went quickly and zoomed through his first 3 years of college football, but our main reason for that was because we have a lot to talk about for his senior season, which is this year. These numbers are flat out ridiculous, and keep in mind, he's only played in 12 games. So far in 2020, he has 105 catches for over 1,600 yards, and he's averaging over 15 yards a catch. And if that wasn't good enough for you, he's had 20 touchdowns this year. For his career, he's broken the SEC touchdown mark, and it's not even close. He has over 40. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's at 43 right now. For his senior season, almost every stat's a record setter, and it's more crazy that he's only played in 12 games. And I really don't even have to speak on his senior season too much because you guys have witnessed it. This guy's a flat out killer. I haven't seen anything like this ever in college football. The most impressive part about this is something that a lot of people don't even consider. Alabama lost their other best receiver, Jalen Waddle, so everyone's been double teaming Devonta Smith, and he's still putting up unreal numbers. Teams are double teaming him, they know Mac Jones is going to throw him the ball, and they still can't stop him. Oh yeah, one thing I almost forgot to mention is that he does have a punt return touchdown too. There's so many good things you can mention when you talk about Devonta. I mean, what can't he do? And just like in high school where he played cornerback, I'm sure if Alabama put him at cornerback, he'd be just fine. One of the most unreal things too I've noticed when I watch him play is that it looks like he's not even trying and he's running in slow motion. Even though it looks like it's in slow motion to us, he's out there blazing past defenders. Just wow, what an unreal story where a kid grew up being skinny, getting bullied by his own family, grew up in a trailer park, and now look what he's doing right now. Does it get any more unbelievable and more inspirational than this? I don't even know. This goes without being said, but I'm going to say it again. He's hands down the best player in all of college football. And this year, he proved that, and all the awards he's won, he's deserved every single one. Devonta Smith, he's had one unreal college football season. But what's more unreal is his story on how he got to where he is today. But hey man, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. If you're new to this channel and you love content, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button. Also for my basketball fans, I know we don't post football videos, but let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.